Alright, I'll start with the amulet for Cole. It's out of the way, and I don't want to risk him not seeing it out of the corner of my eye. Regardless of whether Cole is a demon or a spirit, he remains vulnerable to venatory binding magic. The Amulet of the Unbound, used by Ravani seers, is said to protect spirits from such magic. However, finding such an amulet in this part of the world will be difficult. Colin will not participate. Liliana says that she knows a wealthy Orlesian noble whose private collection includes jewelry from all over Thedas. She doubts he would miss one piece. And Josephine says that her Ravani contacts say these amulets are held dear, but to protect spirits from the breach, they are willing to help us. I'll let Josephine do it.
Let us begin.
Mainly because I feel like Liliana's favors are more important, and I don't want to risk that being a favor. I know it doesn't really matter, but still. Ambassador Montillier. It is rare to hear of those in Orlais treating spirits as anything other than beasts to kill, and rarer still for anyone to care enough for one to help them. I've given the amulet to your people freely in hopes that the Inquisition will continue this open-minded approach. We wish you luck in healing the sky, whose rifts has damaged the Fade, even here in Ravani. Yours in peace, Lady Anna Maria of Dersmuit, I think. That went a lot better than I thought. Annexing Kirkwall, because I care about this. Oh, everybody wants to be involved. I'll start it on Colin, he was from here. But first, the worst of the Mage Rebellion is now past. However, the mage who started it all, who destroyed the Chantry in Kirkwall and murdered Grand Cleric Alfina and dozens of the innocent faithful, is still at large. The fanatic Anders must be brought to justice. Though he may no longer be in the city, it is still home to many of his known associates. I thus resolved to invade Kirkwall to locate Anders. But Starkhaven's annexation of this notoriously troubled city has not proceeded as planned. The city's resistance opposes me. They forget that I do this for the good of the city and for all of the free marches. As a staunch ally of the Inquisition, I entreat support for this endeavor that Kirkwall may be brought under control before more innocents are harmed. Sebastian Vale. Now I'm inclined not to side with you on principle, if that's an option at all. Cullen says, the Prince means to retaliate against anyone who ever harbored Anders. Kirkwall's resistance is headed by Guard Captain Aveline. With our help, she can break Sebastian's resolve and send him running back to Starkhaven. Liliana says that we have a chance to end this to our advantage. Aveline will back down in the face of our overwhelming force. If we bolster Sebastian with Inquisition agents as his advisors, we can keep him from doing more damage. And Josephine says, I fear the diplomatic ramifications of having our soldiers seen as part of a conquering army. Let's tell the Prince that the Inquisition has no one to spare. After the destruction of Haven, who would blame us? Colin, I'm siding with Aveline. With our help, Guard Captain Aveline took care of Sebastian's forces. Liliana's spies say he has grown deeply impatient and is making plans to retreat. Good to hell with him! Oh God, what did I do? Oh, everybody has input on this, okay. There's a protest we must attend to, Inquisitor. A group of mages has heard of your judgment and the imposition of tranquility. They wonder why they fight for someone who can impose so brutal a penalty. They claim it is a betrayal of the promise of your actions at Redcliffe. We have to deal with this, Inquisitor. We cannot risk a second rebellion at this stage. Colin wants to send one Templar and one mage, 2 veterans, to explain and to remind them that the mages created this punishment to protect the rest. Liliana says that I have taken a brutal stance. If need be, continue. Key agitators can disappear. No. Our alliances will not risk another mage war. It has been hard enough to aim them at Corypheus. A swift movement of troops will appease onlookers. I actually like Cullen's idea. Explaining that, no, mages said this was a good idea. A mage imposed this punishment on another mage who was a colossal problem. I cannot say we have peace, but we have calm. Our representatives spoke with the protesting mages and reassured them of how gravely you approach the use of tranquility. I suspect that the only reason they were successfully reasoned with is that you yourself are a mage. They may wonder how one of their own could do that to another mage, but on some level they accept that at least it was one of their own. Cool. Locate the missing Seekers. The attack on Haven showed that Corypheus corrupted and controlled the Templar Order. This should have been impossible under the watch of her fellow Seekers, but they, and particularly Lord Seeker Lucius, are nowhere to be found. Have they vanished, or, as Cassandra believes, was something done to them? With effort, the truth may come to light. Colin apparently does not care. Liliana says the Seekers may have many secret hideaways, according to Cassandra. These would be the first places agents should search. Josephine says someone must have seen these Seekers and given them safe harbor. Price them with a reward and leads will follow. I'm going with Liliana. For a time, finding the missing Seekers seemed to be impossible. Early indications pointed to these men and women heading, one at a time, into Ferelden. But here their trail went cold. A chance rumor regarding Ban Loren, a Ferelden nobleman who had not been heard from for months, led Inquisition agents to investigate Caer Oswin. And they too went silent. These events are connected, and it seems this is where the missing Seekers will be found. Oh, I actually have to go to... God damn it, I actually have to go to the Fallowmire. What am I doing with these soldiers? My name is Sister Paulette. My sisters and I have been accompanying a handful of injured Inquisition soldiers through the Frostbacks. As they are no longer able to fight for the Inquisition, they wish to return to their families in Ferelden. These are strange times, and many seek the solace, or forgiveness, of loved ones. Unfortunately, that peace may never come. A band of Avar, refusing to see reason, have pinned us down. We've taken refuge in a cave and are holding them off as best we can, but I do not know how long we can last. I understand this bird is trained to return to Skyhold. I pray it is so. We need aid. A note in Colin's hand follows. The soldiers dispatched from Skyhold itself will not reach them in time. We should have men near their location. We sent a party to pursue a group of Red Templars we suspected moving captured civilians to one of their Red Lyrium mines. A swift bird might reach the party, allowing them to go to the Sisters' aid. However, we would likely lose the Templars' trail. Okay, Colin's point... Liliana has no input on this. I'm assuming it's because secrets won't help here. Colin says no one wants to make this call, but if the Red Templars are to escape, more people will be harmed. Our soldiers would understand. And Josephine says these soldiers are still our allies. They've done their part. We cannot abandon them. I agree. I'm gonna go with Josephine. The Red Templars will end up hurting more people, but I'm not gonna say that, hey, you used to fight for me, but you can't fight anymore. Fuck you. Correspondence sent by messenger bird to Commander Cullen from Sister Paulette. Your help arrived just in time. My sisters and I have seen the soldiers safely to Ferelden. I cannot express what this means to all of us. Maker's blessings upon you and our rescuers. From Lieutenant Kestrel. Commander, we've lost the Red Templars' trail. Awaiting further orders. I got an operation out of that. Thanks from a Chantry sister. Inquisitor Trevelyan, you may not remember me. I stayed at Skyhold for a time and later accompanied some injured soldiers to Ferelden. Our journey was more perilous than expected, and I only lived to write this thanks to the aid of the Inquisition. I have little to offer, but if I may help the Inquisition in some small way, you have only to ask. Cullen says that some soldiers in Crestwood wish to establish a place of prayer at the keep. Sister Paulette could assist. Liliana says that Sister Paulette showed bravery and kindness in staying with the injured soldiers. She has already done more than was asked. Let her remain with her fellow sisters in peace. And Josephine says, I could arrange to transfer Sister Paulette to the Chantry in Denerim. Having a reliable ally in the capital's Chantry would prove valuable. Oh, I agree with Liliana, but I also really want somebody in Denerim. So I'm gonna go with Josephine.
Inquisitor.
I don't like that I made this decision, but I was not gonna send her to Crestwood. I've joined my sisters in Denerim's Chantry. It is grander than the Chantry in my former village. I believe I can do some good here. I founded a charity to aid those the breach and the Fade rifts impacted. Tell all who ask that the Inquisition made this possible. Maker's blessing upon you, Sister Paulette. Well, I'm glad that was empty. Okay, let's see here. Nothing else in Ferelden, it looks like. I really don't want to click what Pride had wrought. It might suck me in. Okay, same thing as before. The one that's way out of the way. According to Dorian, it might be possible to discover who Corypheus once was. Knowing he was human could make him less attractive to Tevinter's zealots who think of him as a god. According to this information, however, acquiring this information, however, is more difficult than one might suppose. Such ancient information could be found in the Magisterium's library in Minrathous, but the Grand Archivist has so far replied to our messages with polite misdirection. Dorian says he is the king of this particular castle and knows it. He might be blocking our efforts out of allegiance to Corypheus, or simply because he can. Josephine says we can bribe the man with gifts and favors. This is normal for Tevinter and what he expects. Leliana says that we can go around him. She can send an agent to infiltrate the archive and find what we need. And Colin says that men like this respond to one thing: threats. He knows who you are and doesn't want to be your enemy. I'm gonna have Josephine do it because I don't want hostilities with the Imperium. I have enough problems. Liliana's man might get caught or, get the wrong thing. Buttering the guy up, most likely to get what I want. The copy of the Liberalum tome that Dorian sought arrived at Skyhold along with a number of items ranging from rare manuscripts to grimoires from magisters long dead. They came with a letter from the Grand Archivist, apologizing profusely and stating a hope that his gifts will be of benefit to the Inquisition. It may take some time for Dorian to go through the tome, but he seems optimistic that something within will prove of use. The hell is House Amladaris, and why is it up here? Oh, okay. Dorian has completed his research using the Liberalum and believes he has found a connection between Corypheus and an ancient magister named Sethius of House Amladaris. This will be difficult to prove and may be of limited use, but it's worth noting that House Amladaris still exists. Even the accusation that Corypheus and Sethius are the same person would be worthy of a scandal in Tevinter, one that the current members of that family might be desperate to avoid. Josephine wants to blackmail them because they would undoubtedly do the same to us if our positions were reversed. Liliana says send them the information as a gesture of goodwill. Let's see what they do with it. And Colin says every Tevinter house has enemies. Sell the information to one of them. Again, I don't want Tevinter enemies. I'm going to try the goodwill thing.
Inquisitor.
A quiet message arrived from House Amladaris today. Considering the speed of the response, it seems hard to believe the family had no knowledge of what Dorian found in the book. Wonder how long they've sat upon the secret, wondering if it might someday come to light. Liliana. The quiet message. My dear Inquisitor, we are most appreciative of the information you provided. How scandalous to think there might be any connection between our house and those fiends of legend. It's not true, of course, and to reassure you on that point, I intend to dedicate my family toward helping the Inquisition in its righteous struggle. Yours in faith, Magister Irian of House Amladaris. I will gladly take the rune I just got. Hello? What's this? Protect Valgamord from Darkspawn. My town of Valgamord has been besieged by Darkspawn. I cannot fathom where the loathsome beasts have come from, but I beg the Inquisition for assistance. My own humble forces have already been dispatched to help in your own noble efforts, leaving my people ill-equipped against this savage host. Word of your redemption of the Grey Warrens has already spread far. Please, if you can spare them, Valgamord lives or dies by your word. Josephine wants to save the Wardens for a true emergency and let them call in their own allies. Veliana wants to investigate before we commit anything. And Cullen wants to give the Grey Wardens a chance to shine, because this is what they do. I'm gonna go with Cullen for once.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, the Grey Wardens fought bravely and with great skill. The town of Valgamord was saved, and the Wardens themselves took few casualties. They await further commands. Oh, and I have a new operation in the area. Inquisitor, the Darkspawn of Valgamord have been slain, but it remains unclear what brought these creatures to the surface. There was no obvious sign, and I am concerned that they might still pose a danger. Marquise Buffon made clear her wishes that we now depart, which leaves me even more suspicious, as most would welcome further help in these dangerous times. The Grey Wardens have volunteered to assist with the investigation of this mystery in whatever capacity the Inquisition deems most fitting. We await your orders. Cullen wants to let the Wardens spread out and scour the area, and that they'll find out where those Darkspawn are coming from soon enough. Leliana says that the Blight is many things, but not subtle, and her scouts can easily trace the corruption to the source. And Josephine says that someone may have been mining the area and freed the Darkspawn that way, and wants to examine the finances of nobles nearby. I'm gonna let Leliana do it. Her people are least likely to get got by Darkspawn, because Grey Wardens are like a beacon to them. Sister Leliana's advice was excellent. Her scouts located a mining operation Marquis Buffon had started in secret, which must have freed the Darkspawn from beneath the earth. When discovered, the Marquis sent mercenaries to attack, but the Grey Wardens were well prepared and easily cut down all resistance. Marquis Buffon has fled to the Gomordan Peaks. The Grey Wardens remain in high spirits. They seem proud of this opportunity to redeem their name in good faith, and losses so far have been light. It's an honor to fight beside them. Yours, Lieutenant Suzanne Kloschek, I think is right. Oh, I'm actually going after the Marquis, okay. Inquisitor, with her treachery revealed, Marquis Ethelok Buffon has fled into the mountains. Our initial efforts to pursue her have been hampered by both the terrain and the presence of demons in the area. While we have had difficulty making headway, the Grey Wardens have offered to assist. They seem to be the only force in the area capable of doing so. Regardless, I believe it is worth pursuing Marquis Buffon if we have the means to do so. Cullen wants to let the Grey Wardens do it, because they'll fight better against demons than normal Inquisition soldiers will. Leliana says that Marquis Buffon may have enemies among the nobles in the area. Some of them may have information on safe passes through the mountains. And Josephine says that our concern is the Marquis, not the demons. Her people can find a way to her. I'm letting Cullen do it. I can kill two birds with one stone. I'll let the Wardens go. The Grey Wardens fought their way through the mountains. The demons were savage, but the Grey Wardens held them off with great determination. As a result, we have located Marquis Buffon's secret stronghold deep in the Gomordan Peaks. The Grey Wardens have taken losses, but the morale remains high, and their loyalty to the Inquisition is undisputed. I don't like that they took losses, but yeah. Not a lot of them, apparently. Oh god, seriously? There's another one for this? Inquisitor, we have Marquis Ethelok Buffon trapped in her fortress in the Gomordan Peaks and are preparing to make a final assault. While we might earlier have ignored her transgressions in light of the greater threat to the world, it is good that we did not. Marquis Buffon's crimes go well beyond smuggling or illegal mining. She has an ally in Lady Jeanette Lagaspe, who has come with Venatori mages to defend the Marquis. The Wardens have concerns about the Venatori using blood magic or their ties to Corypheus to influence their minds, but we are prepared to follow your orders. We cannot delay for long as demons in the mountains continue to harass our flanks. Please send your orders, yours, Lieutenant Suzanne Kloschek. Josephine says that if the Wardens can hold off the demons for 3 days, her friend Baroness Nathalie de la Souche, I think, will have siege equipment there to bring down that fortress. Leliana says if her scouts can find an alternate entrance, the Venatori may not have time to affect the Wardens. Cullen just wants to say YOLO and send the Venatori in. Do I believe that time is something they have? It's a risk either way. I'm gonna go with Josephine's. It's risky, but whatever. The Grey Wardens are fighting demons. The fighting was hard, but the Grey Wardens protected us from the demons until Baroness Natalie's siege equipment arrived. We laid siege to the fortress and killed both Marquis Buffon and Lady Lagaspe with minimal losses on our side. The Grey Wardens have taken losses, but their morale remains high and their loyalty to the Inquisition is undisputed. I'm getting tired of the Grey Wardens taking losses, but I don't think there's anything else I can do about it. Like, I really don't. I'm gonna go with destroying the Darkspawn outbreak. Just put the Grey Wardens through the ringer and then hopefully give them a break, you know? Inquisitor. Our investigation of the late Marquis Buffon's activities explains her sudden interest in illegal mining. The Marquis was searching for ancient artifacts as a secret agent of the Venator. It is fortunate that we stopped her, but her mining operation has endangered us nevertheless. Darkspawn have begun to emerge from the mines again, not just Hurlocks, but ogres as well. Oh god. Our Grey Warden allies insist that this force must be destroyed utterly, no matter the cost, lest the innumerable hordes of Darkspawn pour forth from the deep roads to join their brethren. It has been an honor to serve, your worship. We await your orders. Oh, you're expecting to die. Josephine says we can't leave this threat to the Wardens, and we must acquire reinforcements from allies in the area. Liliana says that we have sappers who can collapse the tunnels and bring most of the mountain down on the Darkspawn. If we trust the Wardens in nothing else, trust them to kill Darkspawn, they know what to do. I don't know if I want to let the Wardens do it or bring down the mountain. I'm gonna bring down the mountain. Oh no. Sister Liliana, it is my duty to inform you that the Inquisition force led by Lieutenant Kloshsek, along with the allied Grey Wardens, fell in battle with the Darkspawn. The mines have been collapsed. Kloshsek and the Wardens did their duty to the end. In service, Trapper. Fuck. I hope that's not all the Grey Wardens. What's a present for Bianca? Pretty little birdies have had recent success picking up shiny things for the Inquisition. Maybe you can help me out. One of the apprentice smiths saw me walking by with my Bianca, and we struck up a conversation. The apprentice said he once met a Formari mage named Provident who had ideas for improving the precision of siege engines and wondered if they could be adapted for Bianca. And he got into phrases like recoil dampening and rectilinear motion, and I politely excused myself. Maybe you tell your magpies to keep an eye out for Provident or his designs. Obviously, I don't have trouble with Bianca's accuracy, but she doesn't like it when Daddy. But she does like it when Daddy gets her new fix. There. I guess. Well, I got something out of it. I should have had more faith in my agents. Of course they tracked down Provident, who has sought shelter from the Mage-Templar conflict with a wealthy Navarran agent. He provided a brief description of Bianca, and Provident adapted the design for a leaf spring stabilizer to suit one of her stalks. We were also able to secure his original designs for our own use in siege engines. I'll take it. I had our people remove the downward-pointing triangular symbols from our outposts. They have not made a reappearance, which means little. It's clear someone has an interest in the Inquisition. Someone organized with ties to those across the sea. We've eliminated the Qunari as the most obvious suspects. Nonetheless, knowing who they're not does not tell us who they are, what they're doing, or why. They're clever, we know that, and they have resources. But so do we, and they should learn that they are not to toy with the Inquisition. Josephine will do nothing. Liliana says if our investigations have any hope of succeeding, we'll have to strike hard and fast before they even know we're looking. Coordinated effort hitting all the leads we have at once. Colin says that this is pointless. I won't commit our forces to hunting a shadowy cabal obsessed with little chalk drawings. I say we forget this and focus on Corypheus. Liliana it is. Compliments to your spy master. She is a resourceful woman. Once she traced our agent to Cayman Brea, the match was ruled in her favor. Tell Sister Liliana to call off her dogs. Save them for Corypheus. We suspect also that she has gotten all she can from Sir Helmut. A caterpillar on a leaf does not know there's a forest about him. You will hear no more from us. Our intention was to watch, and we have seen enough. Corypheus threatens us all, and the Inquisition has stayed us as only hope for stopping him. Remember that, for the moment, we are not your enemy. As a gesture of goodwill, we share our knowledge, may prove valuable in your coming battle. On behalf of powers across the sea, the Executors. Alliances with angered eyes. What the hell happened now? Has come to violence. Lord de Rossier has directly challenged the holdings of our ally Lady Thibault. He claims their ties to the Inquisition are to blame for his loss of honor, which is technically true. His militia is poised to threaten several trade outposts, though his will to attack may not be absolute. Lady Richelieu offers a barrage of names to clarify. Despite being ostracized, Lord de Rossier retains many allies. While you can certainly hold him at bay, perhaps we should revisit another course. Uniting his house and that of your ally Thibault might both appease and profit all involved. The daughter, Celeste Thibault, is still betrothed to a Leander, but this is war of sorts. In such times, is not personal sacrifice preferable to bloodshed? It is, in fact, the only wise outcome, and I have already begun preparations. Are we understood? In expectation, Lady Eustace Richelieu. Josephine says that I expect that while it will not please all involved, asking for a marriage and this would be quickly agreed to by all parties. It is a language they all understand, Inquisitor. They have no teeth for fighting. Liliana says that should we commit lives to this mess? If we withdraw, our original goal is achieved. They are fractured. None of this group is a threat. Cullen says we have the manpower to thwart Lord de Rossier. We chose a course, and we can see it through. It's probably the wrong option. I feel like Josephine is the right way to go about it, but I don't want to force someone to give up their marriage for my organization, even if I am trying to save the world. I'm going with Cullen. Lord de Rossier blockaded a number of trade routes, but his intent was only to posture. We faced token resistance to retake them. Expensive, but fortunately not in lives. Lady Richelieu is not impressed, as it was not the optimal outcome for her status calculations. Cullen. Lady Richelieu's letter follows. An adequate outcome, Inquisitor. A powerful name has been marginalized instead of put to use. The minor alliances formed in the wake are a modest achievement, but it will have to do. I've arranged the pairing of the lesser names left standing, that of Celeste Thibault and Jessin Leander. They are thrilled because they are young, but as matchmaking goes, it is hardly inspiring. Functionally yours, Lady Eustace Richelieu. A letter also arrived from the Thibaults. My unending gratitude, Lady Inquisitor. I feared for the actions of my daughter if this matter had turned out differently. She is not yet fully understanding of the necessities of status. We are in your debt. Lady Valise Thibault. Okay, I'm gonna save what Pride had wrought. Oh, hi Morrigan. What the hell? I didn't realize you were there. Specifically because I don't want to be yoinked. I did so much there. Can I equip stuff to people from this screen? I think I can, right? Coal. Would it be an accessory? I think it would, right? Did I not get him his amulet? Promise of destruction. Give the amulet to Cole. Oh, I have to talk to him to do it. Okay. I thought I just equipped it on him. I like this more. So many flips. Flip, 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 flip. Hello? Skyhold? Hello? There's my fortress. Flip, 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 flip. There was so little of Skyhold here. That was an interesting way you were gonna sit for a second, Prem. I saw that.
It's just what I
Alright, Cole. Let's hope this goes well, Cole.